Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to take a look at this Powertown brand stainless steel quick connect pressure washer adapter set that I purchased from Amazon for $21.99. I recently decided to put together a small electric pressure washer setup, mainly for washing our vehicles and the siding on the house, and just any small jobs around the house that you'd use a pressure washer for. And I'm most likely going to purchase a small electric pressure washer from our local Home Depot. They usually carry Ryobi and Westinghouse in stock all the time. And although all those pressure washers come with their own hoses and accessories, I decided to go ahead and upgrade to some better quality aftermarket hoses and pressure washer guns, such as this little snub gun right here. And mainly because, the hoses and the accessories that come with those pressure washers are pretty much junk, especially the hoses. Usually they're only about 25 feet long. They're very stiff. They coil really bad, and they kink real easy. And once they kink, they usually bust wherever it left a kink in a real short time. So I decided to go ahead and upgrade all my accessories, my hoses and guns and stuff. And while I was at it, I decided to add quick connects to all my connection points. Adding these quick connects is going to make it a lot faster and a lot easier to set everything up when I, set it all up. And then once I get done using my pressure washer, it's going to make it a lot faster and easier to break everything down and put it away for storage. So that's why I decided to go with these. Now, these are an M22 by 14 size quick connect adapter set. They also sell these in M22 by 15. Ryobi and Westinghouse, they use an M22 by 14. I've also Craftsman and Greenworks, and pretty much all of your gas pressure washers will use an M22 by 14. If you have a Sunset Joe or a Portland that you purchase from Harbor Freight, those will actually use an M22 by 15. And I'll show you the differences here in just a minute between the two. Now, I will point out that Amazon sells a lot of these pressure washer adapter sets in brass and stainless steel in a lot of different brands and different price points. Again, I paid $21.99 for these. They also sell a popular brand called McKillens. And the McKillens is a popular brand, and the pieces it's an identical set. The pieces look identical pretty much, but the McKillens will run you $68. Now, the McKillens does state that their stainless steel is medical grade 304 stainless steel. Also, they use upgraded gaskets and seals. Are green in color. They call them Viton seals. They're supposed to be more durable and last longer, but I don't know if they actually do or not. And again, the McKillens name is printed on the side of each piece. But none of that matters to me. I think these are going to work just fine for me. Also, they sell a popular brand called Twinkle Star. A lot of YouTube detailer channels in their affiliate links have Twinkle Star listed in their affiliate links. But again, the Twinkle Star set that was identical to this in stainless steel ran $35. So it was double the price of these. And I'll point out that the McKillens, Twinkle Star, all these I seen on Amazon, no matter what price point they were all made in China, okay? And what I liked about these was they were $21.99, and they were actually as cheap or cheaper than most of these adapter sets and made in brass. So I thought for stainless steel, I thought it would be more rust resistant, and also brass is a pretty soft metal. So if you're pressure washing out in your driveway and you're dropping your gun and those connectors are hitting the concrete or your chat driveway and stuff, I thought, brass might deform a little easier and get bent and probably wouldn't be as durable and last as long. So I decided for the same price, I'd just go with the stainless steel. So that's why I went with these. Now, getting to the box, if you decide to purchase these, this is the box they come in. This picture right there of the pieces inside. There's 8 pieces, okay? And down here on the end, it shows you what it comes with. If you want to, I'm not going to read all that. You can pause the screen, read that if you want. And then on the back, again, Powertown brand, stainless steel, working pressure 5,000 PSI, max temperature 100 degrees Celsius, 210 degrees Fahrenheit, and again, made in China. And then down here on the end, it just says anti-rust, anti-corrosion, high hardness, and no leaks. Now, getting to what's inside, we open this up. All your pieces come in this Ziploc bag. That's it. If you'll notice, there's no paperwork, no warranty card, no instructions or setup guide to show you how to attach these to your pressure washer in what order or anything. Nothing like that. And also, I'll point out on the box, there's no contact information, no manufacturer contact information whatsoever. So if you have any issues with missing gaskets or missing pieces or, any kind of customer service issues, you're probably going to have to contact Amazon or contact the manufacturer through Amazon, because there's no, again, no email or phone number on the box and no paperwork whatsoever. So I thought I'd point that out as well. Now there's 8 pieces. These right here, okay, are your garden hose connections right here. These are the quick connects for your 3/8" connects for your pressure washer hose. Say you buy an Uberflex hose, you screw one of these on each end of your Uberflex hose, and you'll connect one end to your pressure washer, and the other end you'll connect to your snub gun or something like that, okay? And then these are your pressure washer adapters. You'll screw this onto your pressure washer outlet. Again, it's an M22 thread with a 14 millimeter wide male piece right there, and you just screw this onto the front of your pressure washer, and that's where you'll connect your pressure washer hose and stuff like that, okay? Another thing I'll point out is there are no extra gaskets or O-rings included in this set, okay? I checked each piece. All the O-rings and gaskets are included. They're already inserted and everything's in there. But it doesn't come with any extra gaskets or O-rings, which I wish it had. I think some of the other sets offered on Amazon did come with extras, but again, they were more expensive. So I just thought I'd point that out as well. Now, on these garden hose connectors, okay, the 3/4" connectors right here, if you'll notice, they feel pretty good. All these feel pretty good quality. They're fairly heavy. They're a little scratchy sounding, but not too bad. Got a good smooth feel to them. And if you'll notice in the garden hose pieces, they got 4 ball bearings that lock on to your attachment or your connection right there. There's only 4, but you know, your garden hose, it doesn't have a lot of pressure, so it doesn't really need a lot of ball bearings to lock on and hold. But you will notice, if you can see in there, some of the threads in here are a little nicked up. There's some little burrs sticking off of them, okay? I mean, for the most part, they're machined pretty good, but there are some burrs. As you can see right there, there's a little burr hanging there or something. But for the most part, they're pretty good. All these pieces had some, I can feel a little burr right there. You can see it right there. See right there? A little rough edge there. There were some little shavings, a little dirt inside of each of these pieces, okay? But for the most part, see, there's another one. Has a spin around where you can see it. See right there, that bad thread right there, that little burr hanging off of there. All of these are have a little bit like that. But for the most part, they're pretty good, machined pretty well, except for this one, okay? I'm going to show you right here. This is to your garden hose. Now this one, if you look at the threads, okay? Again, a lot of them are very sharp. You need to be careful when you're handling these, because especially the beginning of the threads, they're very sharp. You could probably slice your finger on them if you're not careful. And there's some little nicks, you know, little nicks and stuff in there. But if you'll notice on the inside edge of this one, it's kind of beveled and smoothed out, and also the inside opening in there is beveled around the inside opening edge, okay? This one's pretty decent. But we look at this one right here, okay? Look at this one. Look at that burr hanging off of there. Big metal burr hanging off of there. You spin this around. These threads are really sharp. And right here, if you can see that, there's some real jagged, sharp edges, kind of deformed threads right there. You could probably slice your finger on those to see how jagged that is. This one was not machined well at all. The inside edge of the opening is not beveled at all, hardly at all. And also look at the inside opening right there. They forgot to machine the inside edge of that opening. It's not beveled at all. It's very jagged. I'll probably end up returning this set and exchanging it for another. But look at how long that burr is. Again, guys, you need to be careful. You don't want to stick any of these metal pieces in your fingers. Be very careful and don't cut your fingers on the threads. Here's the 3/8 connects. Again, the threads are pretty well machined, okay? There's be some little nicks and scratches in them. Some tiny little burrs here and there. Not too bad on these 3/8" connects compared to the garden hose connects. Very smooth feeling, very good strong spring. Inside it has 8 ball bearings that lock it onto its connector, okay? You got a little lock ring in there. And they're fairly heavy. They feel pretty good quality, okay? And you got your little black O-ring in there. And again, they're all a little dirty inside. And I just wanted to point out that don't just hook these up to your pressure washer and start using it, because you want to be sure and take you a metal brush, clean the metal wire brush, and clean all the shavings and burrs off of these that you can. Rinse them out, wash them out, get all the little shavings and dirt inside of these out, because you don't want to hook this straight up to your pressure washer and start using it, because you don't want to get those metal shavings and burrs inside your pressure washer. You could damage your pressure washer, possibly damage the seals and your pump, and you don't want to do that, okay? For the most part, these are they feel pretty good, high quality, okay? Now, I also want to point out, you're thinking, oh God, all these burrs and shavings, what a cheesy set, blah, blah, blah. I just want to point out that I read a lot of reviews on the other brands on Amazon, and these issues are common with all the different brands, okay? Twinkle Star, same issues. A lot of people complain of sharp threads, deformed threads, burrs, shavings inside, everything. So paying more money is not going to get you higher quality. They're all made in China. They're probably all made in the same plant for all I know. But I just want to point out that these issues are not just specifically to this Powertown brand. A lot of the other brands have the same kind of complaints and issues. So I just wanted to point that out. Another thing I'm going to show you, I got a really strong magnet here. And if you look, this piece is not magnetic at all. This could actually be, I'm sure it's stainless, but it could be nickel plated brass for all I know. It's not magnetic at all. If you go to this garden hose quick connect, it has a slight attraction, not so much back here where the threads are, okay? I don't feel any traction back here at all, but up here where the ball bearings and the lock ring are and this collar, it does have a little, it does try to hang, just barely breaks loose. So it does have a little magnetism right there. These 3/8 inch connectors, look at that. A lot of attraction right here, okay? Even on the collar, it'll hang on the collar. Now, I'm sure these aren't brass, because brass is not magnetic at all. So it's probably not nickel plated brass, but I don't know the difference in the different grades of stainless steel. I don't know which ones are more magnetic. If, the higher grade stainless is more magnetic or less, or not at all. But for those of you who do understand the different grades of stainless steel, I'm just going to show you how magnetic these are, okay? And on these adapters, it does stick. It barely hangs on here. It's got a slight of magnetic attraction here, okay? It does try to hang on right there. There we go. It barely hangs on. But this inner piece right here, it's not magnetic at all, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if that's nickel-plated brass or what, but I thought I'd point that out as well. And another thing I noticed that was kind of interesting, if you look at these ball bearings, I got this magnet again. It's really strong. Watch the ball bearings in here. See how they move? Whoops. I don't know if I can get that where you can see them. See how if I can get it to where you can see them. Well, I can't get it to where you can see them. It's hard to see. The lighting's not very good. I'm trying to pull this back where you can see. But they're very magnetized. When I put this weight, watch the balls. See how they jump towards the magnet? So they're very magnetic. Now, I don't know if that's a sign of bad stainless steel quality or good. I don't know. But see how they jump up? So the stainless ball bearings in here are very magnetic. See how they jump up? So I thought I'd point that out as well. So for those of you out there that understand what that means, I just thought I'd point that out. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Again, this is an M22 by 14. They sell it in M22 by 15. And what that means is, for those of you who don't understand that, all your pressure washers have a standard thread of M22, pretty much. And that is referring to this outer collar, the threads in this outer collar. This is the M22 part. The 14 or 15 is referring to the diameter of this inner male piece, okay? So if you have a Ryobi, a Craftsman, a Greenworks, Westinghouse, any of those, and pretty much I think most gas pressure washers of any brand, 14 millimeter M22 by 14 is what you want, okay, is what's going to fit. You're going to need a 14 millimeter opening or a male piece right here. If you have a Sunset Joe or maybe a Portland from Harbor Freight, those use a 15 millimeter. Now, this will fit a Portland Joe or a Sun Joe, but you got to realize they have a 15 millimeter opening, and if you insert this, it will thread on, because the M22 will thread on, okay? But this will have a 1 millimeter gap around it. So although this threads on, this little O-ring in here is not going to seal, because there's going to be a 1 millimeter gap in here, between the 14 millimeter male piece and that 15 millimeter opening. And when you turn on your pressure washer, this thing is just going to shoot water everywhere because it won't seal properly. So it's very important that you understand what size of adapter you need for your pressure washer and what size it uses. I just thought I'd point that out, that I think a lot of people, they'll purchase this set, they don't think about it, and they screw it on, they turn on the pressure washer, and it spews water everywhere, and they don't understand why. Well, you probably have an undersized adapter piece. So I just wanted to point that out as well. That's about it, guys. There's not really much else to point out. I just want to give you a closer look at these. I did lock these on. I did try and lock them in. Whoops. And lock them down. And as you can see, I'm pulling pretty good. And they lock in really good. They'll spin in there if you turn them, but they don't let go. They're very solid connectors, okay? They feel good quality. Again, other than the slight burrs and little shavings you need to clean up, they feel pretty solid, pretty good quality. And for $21, again, I think it's a pretty good deal. I haven't tried these out yet, but I will. And once I try them out, if they start rusting or have any issues with rusting or anything like that, I'll come back and do a follow-up video and I'll show you. And if I have any issues or durability issues, I'll come back and do a follow-up video and just show you the issues I had or any rusting issues. So that's it, guys. I hope I helped some of you make a decision on whether you think these are going to be the quick connects for you or not. And if you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Better yet, subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you a penny. It's going to help me out a lot. And yeah, guys, that's about it. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching, guys.